Looks like all is not well between the superstar Amitabh Bachchan and Rajnikant fans. Big B recently found himself in the bad books of Rajni fans when he simply shared his rather harmless joke on a microblogging site. It read, "Someone sent me this on mobile. When Graham Bell discovered the telephone, he found 2 missed calls from Rajnikant. Brilliant." And this was enough to anger the Rajni fans who saw this as Big B making fun of their idol. An upset Rajni fan wrote this in retaliation to Big B's joke. "Bachchan sir, do you find it funny when people make fun of a great man who has demigod status in South India?" No sooner did Big B see this comment, he realized that it was time for some damage control. Leaving his own star status behind, Big B clarified to the fan that he wasn't making fun of the superstar. He wrote, "Not making fun of him, praising his status and his greatness. He is noble, successful, humble person and revered like a god." Now we all know that Big B and Rajni have been friends for a long time, and if sources are to be believed, Rajni has no complaints. But call it an overreaction of his fan or just pure love, Big B's so-called apology will now let him breathe easy. But the question is, what are they going to do about the countless other jokes spreading like an insane viral?
The hunt for the bad guy in the much-awaited Krish 3 is finally over, and the chosen one is none other than Vivek Oberoi. Vivek, who has been missing in action since his much-talked-about wedding, now seems to be starting afresh with a character that has always worked in his favor. According to sources, director Rakesh Roshan wanted someone tough to play the role of a baddie, and since Vivek has played negative characters in his earlier films, he seems to be the ideal choice. There were various names being considered for the role, including the likes of Shah Rukh Khan, but now Vivek has reportedly backed the role. However, the details of Vivek's character are still being kept under the wraps. While Vivek has not signed on the dotted line yet, we do know that the sexy Chitrangada will be playing his sidekick in the film. Meanwhile, the other 2 leading ladies who will romance Hrithik will be Priyanka Chopra, whose role will be a continuation from Krish, while Katrina might be paired opposite the young superhero. So apart from the cool special effects and death-defying stunts, we'll also be looking forward to a casting coup in the 3rd edition of Krish. Tabu is famously choosy when it comes to signing films. Lately, she turned down the role of her mother in Shekhar Suman's directorial debut Heartless, which has his son Adrian in the lead. According to media reports, Shekhar was keen to have Tabu play Adrian's mother in the film, but Tabu wasn't keen on doing the role, simply because she didn't want to play mommy to a 23-year-old young man. Just a few days back, another diva from the 90s was in the news for a similar reason. Madhuri Dixit Nene, who was recently in India on a money-making trip, categorically refused good friend and co-star Ranbir Kapoor when he offered her the role of 26-year-old Sonam's mother. While Madhuri is a doting mother in real life, and Tabu has played such roles much earlier on in her career in films like BB No. 1 and Chandni Bar, it's only now that these once waning divas are shying away from playing the mommy. Perhaps it has something to do with the age of their on-screen children.
Ranbir Kapoor doesn't want to flaunt his sexy image anymore. Maybe after being ripped apart by his co-stars in current show, Ranbir seems to have become wary of being called sexy. Ironically, not too long ago, Ranbir had won the title of sexiest man in Asia. But now Ranbir wants to maintain a low profile.
मैं अपने आप को सेक्सीएस्ट बैचलर इन बॉलीवुड नहीं मानता. मैं एक्टर हूँ. अगर आप मुझे बोलो मैं एक अच्छा एक्टर हूँ, वो मेरे लिए बहुत एक बहुत बड़ा कॉम्प्लीमेंट होगा. जो अगर आप मुझे एक सेक्सी एक्टर बोलो तो ये मेरे लिए पेरेंट्स के लिए कॉम्प्लीमेंट है, क्योंकि उन्होंने मुझे बनाया है. इट्स बिकॉज ऑफ देयर जीन्स.
But there's some respite for Ranbir. His good friend Katrina is not too fond of such titles either. But then again, it was Cats who made everyone swoon over her curves in her latest item number, Sheila Ki Jawani, and now when she has earned this title, she feels embarrassed when called sexy.
If anyone has to categorize me, I would say that it's simple. It would be a very funny person if you actually looked in the mirror and said, yeah, I think I'm hot. So no.
And Katrina is not alone. Her arch rival Karina also doesn't like being tagged.
I don't know, it's a bit embarrassing. So, I mean, I can't, I have to be humble.
But let us remind you, Bebo, it was your obsession for size 0 and the tantalizing bikini act in Tushin that made you eligible for such labels. Well, looks like these celebs want to eat their cake and have it too. But sorry, darlings, that ain't gonna happen.